Now, this B.E.C.E 2020. Let's consider question 1. 1a. If m is equal to the set of prime integers between 1 and 11 and factors, the set of factors of 12, we should find I, m union n, and then I, m intersection n. So let's see the first one first. So R1a. Now, so the first one, prime integers between 1 and 11. What are integers? Prime numbers. We know prime integers, they are integers that have only two factors, 1 and the number itself. Let me take it again. Prime integers are integers that have only two factors, that is 1 and the number itself. So our first one, we have to list to m. We are being told between 1 and 11, so 2 is a prime number. 3, 5, 7, yeah, and that is all. 9 is not a prime number. So now the other one say n factors of 12. Now factors are a number that can divide a number exactly without any remainder. So let's see 12. So we have factors of 12, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and then 12 itself. Now the first one says you should find m union n, element that belong to m or n or both. So our first one, m union n. So element that belong to m or n or both. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 12. Now let's see the second one. M intersection n, elements that are common. The key word is common to m and n. Clearly, what can we see? 2 is here. We can see 2 here. 3 is here. 3 is here. So our m intersection n is equal to 2, 3. So elements that are common. Now let's see our b. Let's see our b. The b says that simplify 45 divided by 3 plus 2 times 8 minus 12 plus 42. So let's see 45 divided by 3 plus 2 times 8 minus 12 plus 42. Now let's not forget board mass. So bracket, there's no bracket. So bracket or there's division. So first we have to change division. Now, so let's see 45 divided by 3. 45 divided by 3, this is giving us 15. Now, then what do you move to? Multiplication. Do you have any multiplication here? So 2 times 8. This is giving us 16 of minus 12 plus 42. Now, 15 plus 16. And this is giving us, that is 31. Minus 12 plus 42. And this will just give us 61. Now, let's see the 1C. There's the diagram that we have not drawn to scale. In the diagram, X, Y, and Z are angles on a straight line. So if X is to Z degrees equal to 2 is to 3, and Y is equal to 8, we are being told to find X. Now we know that sum of angles on a straight line at a point is equal to 180 degrees. That is sum of angles on a straight line at a point. This is equal to 180 degrees. So what does it mean? It means X plus Y plus Z. So it means that X degrees plus Y degrees plus Z degrees equal to 180. Now, we are being given Y to be 80 degrees. And then also we're given X is to z, this is equal to 2 is to 3. Now x is to z, we can express as what? X over z equal to 2 over 3. Now we want to find x, so it is important we express this in terms of x. We make z the subject so that we can substitute into the general equation. So from here, if you want to make that is z the subject, what do? We cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, this will come here, this will go there. So you have 3x equal to 2z. We want to make z the subject. Therefore, our z is equal to 3 over 2x. How did I do that? I divided by 2. So I had 3 over 2x. And then I was also given y to be equal to 80 degrees. Therefore, now, what is my z? 3 over 2x. What is my y? 80. Let me substitute into this. When I substitute into the first one, I have x degrees. What is my y? 80 degrees. What is my z? 3 over 2x equal to 180 degrees. Now this can come here, so we have x degrees plus 3 over 2x equal to 180 degrees minus 80 degrees. This is giving us 100 degrees. We have x degrees plus 3 over 2x degrees. Now, what is the LCM here? LCM here is 2, so we multiply each term by 2. So we have 2 times x degrees, 2 times 3 over 2x degrees, 2 times 100 degrees. Now what can we see here? This 2 is cancelling out the 2 over here. So in a nutshell, what do you have? We have 2x degrees plus 3x degrees equal to 200 degrees. We want to find x. 2x degrees plus 3x degrees, that is 5x degrees equal to 200 degrees. I want to find x, so we have our x degrees equal to 200 degrees. All over 5. What did I do? Divided both sides by that. And this will go 1, this will go here 40. So we have our x equal to 40 degrees. That is also interesting and very, very simple. So that is all our question 1. Let's look at question 2. B.E.C.E 2020, question number 2. Let's see the A. Simplify 5 into bracket 6 minus AB close bracket plus 2 into bracket negative 7 plus 3AB. That's what we are told to simplify. Now let's see. So the first one, that is 2A. So 5, 6 minus AB plus 2. Negative 7 plus 3AB. Now here, what do? Over here, we apply the distributive property. Now, what does the distributive property say? If you have A into bracket B plus, what do? It becomes AB plus BC. That's all that we apply here. So here in this case, 5 times 6, that is 30. 5 times AB minus 5AB. Now, 2 times negative 7, that is negative 14. So to change this to what? Negative 14. 2 times 3AB, this is just 6AB. From here, what do? We group like terms. So over here we have 30, we have negative 14 minus 5AB plus 6AB. Now, 30 minus 14, this is just 16. Now let's see, negative 5AB plus 6AB, that is just 1AB. So plus AB. Yeah, make sure that you subscribe. Also, have you seen the books on the screen? That is a B.E.C.E Mathematics for excellent grade. They are available on the market. The first ever book with video tutorials. Make sure you get copies. It will help you a lot. Now let's continue with our next question. Let's see the B. The equation of a straight line is given by 3x minus 2y minus 6 equal to 0. The first one says you find I, the gradient of the line. Then the second one says you find the y-intercept. Now, equation of a line is given by y equal to mx plus c. Now, what is m? Our m is the gradient. And then when x is equal to 0, we get y to be equal to c. So we say that at the x-intercept, we say y is equal to c. Now, what is the equation given us? The equation given us, we have that is 3x minus 2y minus 6 equal to 0. Now, it suffices us to make that is y the subject. So what should we do? Let's take this here and then let's leave this over here. So we have 2, that is 3x minus 6 equal to, that is 2y. I'm taking this negative, I want it to cross to this side. Now I want to make y the subject. So what do? I'll divide both sides by 2. So here I have, that is 3x minus 6 all over 2 equal to 2y all over 2. This is cancelling that. Now, hence, I have my y to be equal to, that's 3x over 2 minus 6 all over 2. And this is 3 over 2x minus 3. This is what my y is equal to. Now, let's note, if you have, that is a plus b all over c. This is the same as a over c plus b over c. So in this case, if you have 3x minus 6 over 2 is the same as what 3 over 2 x then 6 over 2. So this is what we have. So this is the equation, that is y equal to 3 over 2x minus 3. Now what can we see over here? We have y equal to mx plus c. So clearly our gradient is what is multiplying the x, which is 3 over 2. Hence our first one, our gradient is 3 over 2. Now, what is the second one says that we should find the y-intercept. Now, what do we have to notice that at the y-intercept, that is x is equal to 0. At the y-intercept, that is what x is equal to 0. So, at the y-intercept, we put x to be equal to 0. Now, what is the equation? We have the equation to be y equal to 3 over 2x minus 3. So, we have our y, 3 over 2. We have our x, but then this is 0. At the y-intercept, x is what? 0. So, we have 0 minus 3. And clearly, this given this time, that's 0. So, you have y, 0 minus 3. So, you have y to be equal to negative 3. So at the y-intercept, y is equal to negative 3. Now let's see the C. Ajua received a commission of 20% on bread she sold. In 1 week, Ajua's commission was 540. So the 20% is giving us what? 540. That's our 2C. So 20%, this is giving us 540. Now, the question says that how much bread did she sell during that week? Now, out of what she sold, 20% was given to her, and that was 540. Hence, the original is 100%. So 100%, that's the amount that she sold, will be, let's say, X. Now, 20 and then 100. So if more, we say less, divide. Hence, our x will be equal to 100 over 20 times 540. Now here, this 0 will cancel this 0. 2 go here 1, 2 go here 5. Now what is 5 times 540? And this is just, that is 2,700. Please, we shouldn't forget that because it is currency, it should be to 2 decimal places. That is what 0.00. So the first one, how much bread did she sell during that week? Hence, Ajua sold 2,700 cedis bread. That week. So that is the I. Now, let's see the II. Find her average daily commission. Now, in a week, how many days are there in a week? That is 7. So the II, her average, will be the amount that she had, which is 540 divided by 7. And this, when you do this, what are we going to get? This is what? 77.14. So we shouldn't forget we have to bring our currency. That's 77.14 because it is currency. Now let's see, how did you get 77.14? 750, 540. Now how many times will 7 go into 54? 7 will go into 54. That is 7 times. 7 times 7, 49. Now what do? You bring our 0 here. Now 5 would go into, we have 5, so we have to borrow 1 from here, which is 10. So that's what, 14. 9 minus 14, that is 5. So let's see, 7 will go into 50. How many times? That is 7 times. 7 times 7, we have 49. So what do you have? 50, 49. This will give us 1. We have to bring 0 to it. So we bring a point here. Now, 7 will go into 10. How many times? That is 1 time. 1 times 7, we have 7. Now, we have to go 1 from here to this. So that will be 10, 7. 10 minus 7, this is giving us, that is 3. So we have to bring 0 here. 7 will go into 0. 7 will go into 30. This is 4 times because 28. 4 times 7, that is 28. We'll be getting 2 down here. 0. 7 will go into 20. That is 2 times, that's 14. And because it is currency, it will be 77.14. So that is the answer. That's how come we had this. So you can show working in our answer sheet as well. B.E.C.E 2020, question number 3a. Expressed, that is the bracket 13 minus 15 minus 7 over 10 as a percentage. Now let's see. So we have 13 over 15 minus 7 over 10. Now what is the LCM? The LCM is 30. The least common multiple, 30. 15 will go into 30. That is 2 times 13. It is giving us 26. 10 will go into 30. That is 3 times 7. And this is 21. Now 26 minus 21, that is 5 over 30. 5 will go here 1, 5 will go here 6. So we have 1 over 6. So this is giving us what? 1 over 6. We want to express 1 over 6 as a percentage. Now 1 over 6, we can express as percentage as what? That's 1 over 6 times, that is 100%. You know that this 100% is the same as 1 because this percentage sign is the same as what? That is 100. This percentage sign is 1 over 100. So it will multiply each other and you get this. What do I mean by that? All that I mean is that you see 1 over 6 times 100 over 100. And 1 over 100 is percentage. Our percentage sign is just 1 over 100. So this will cancel it. That's why we express as what? That is, you bring the percentage. It's necessary for you to bring what? The percentage sign. Now let's see. 2 will go here, 3. 2 will go here, 50. So we have 50 all over 3 percentage. Now, but then we are not supposed to leave it in this form. We are supposed to leave it in mixed fraction. Now, how many times will 3 go into 5? 3 will go into 5, that is once. Remainder 2. So here, we know that 3 times 16 will give us what? 48. So here, there's the same as what? 16 whole number, 2 over 3%. Now, 3 times 16. 3 times 16 is giving us 48. 48 plus 2. That's giving us 50 all over 3. Now, let's see the B. Let's see the B. The B says that you should factorize. So we factorize AY minus Y minus A plus 1. We want to factorize this. Now, what is common? Let's see the first two terms. What is common? Y is common. So y out a minus 1. Let me multiply and see. Y times a, y times 1, that is y. Now, let's see these two. You know, what should I do? I can see my a minus 1 in the first bracket. So clearly, I can factorize negative 1 out. So I have a minus 1. Now let's multiply. Negative a times 1. That negative 1 times a, that's negative a. Negative 1 times negative 1, that is positive 1. What can we see? A minus 1 common. We can factorize a minus 1 out. So a minus 1. What do you have here? Y minus 1. So here, a minus 1, y minus 1. So this is the factorization. Now let's see our C. Let's see our question C. It says that in a fishing community of 9,400 people, so the total population, their total is given as 9,400. Now, the number of women exceeds the number of men by 1,500. Now, do we know the number of men? So we can say that let the number of men be equal to X. Hence, the number of women will be 1,500 plus X, or X plus 1,500. Why? The number of women exceeds, that is more, the number of men by 1,500. Now what do we know? The total is 9,400. So hence, X plus 1,500 plus X, this is equal to 9,400. We want to find X. Now, let's see X plus X. This is giving us 2X. So 2X, now let's take this to this side. So you have 9,400 minus 1,500. Now, 9,500 minus 1,500, that is 7,900. So you have 2X equal to 7,900. We want to find X. So we divide by, what is multiplying the X, which is 2. Now this will go here 1, this will go here, that is 3,950. So our X is 3,950. So that's our number of men. Now the question is we should find the ratio of men to women. Hence, we know our men is 3,950. Now the women, we are being told that 1,500 more. So you have 3,950 plus 1,500. Now when you add this, you know 0 plus 0 is giving us 0. 5 plus 0, that is 5. So here, in a nutshell, that is if you have 3,950, 1,500, 0, we want to add 0 plus 0, 5 plus 0, we have 5. 5 plus 9, that is 14. So we have 4, remainder 1. Now, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 3, 5. So what do you have? That is 5,450. Now, what do you want? They are saying we should find the ratio of men to women. So, men is to women. This is, what is a man? 3,950. All over 5,450. What can we see? This 0 will cancel the 0 here. Now 5 will go into this, that is 79. And then 5 will go into 545, that is 109. You can try it, So hence, the ratio is 79 is to 109. Now, if you've not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe. This B.E.C.E 2020. Let's see question number 4a. Solve, that is 2x plus 3 all over 3 plus 2x equal to 10. Now, what is the LCM? The LCM is 3. So we have to multiply each term by the LCM, which is 3. So here we have 3 times 2x plus 3 all over 3 plus 3 times 2x equal to 3 times 10. Now this is cancelling out that. So what do you have? 2x plus 3. Now 3 times 2x. This is 6x equal 3 times 10. This is 30. Now let's group like 10. This has to go to the other side. So you have 2x plus 6x equal to 30 minus 3. So this is giving us, that is 8x equal to, now 30 minus 3, this is just 27. So we want to divide both sides. We want to find x, we divide both sides by 8. What is multiplying this? So our x, in a nutshell, our x is equal to 27 all over 8. We are not supposed to leave our answer in improper fraction. So first we have to change this to a mixed fraction. Now how many times will 8 go into 27? 8 will go into 27. That is 3 times. 8 times 3 is 24. So we have 3 whole number. Now 8 times 3 is 24. 24 plus 4 will give us 27. That's 3. So that's 3 whole number 3 over 8. B.E.C.E 2020, question number 4b. Multiply 0.03858 by 0.02, leaving the answer in standard form. So our 4b, we have 0.03858. So we should multiply by, that is 0.02, leaving our answer in standard form. So first, all that we are supposed to do, change all these decimals, all these numbers to whole numbers. So first, we know that when we move rightward, the power becomes negative, and when we move leftward, the power becomes positive. So let's change this to a whole number. So we are here, so we are moving, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 3, 8, 5, 8 times 10 to the power negative 5. Why negative 5? Because we moved rightward. So we have another multiplication. Now let's move 1, 2. So that is 2 times 10 to the power negative 2. Now this is the same as 3,858 times 2 times 10 to the power negative 5 times 10 to the power negative 2. Now what is 3,858 times 2? So let's do that over here. So our 3,858 times 2. Now 2 times 8 is giving us 16. So 6, remember that 1, 2, 5, 10. 1, that would be 11. 2, 6, that is 2, 8, that is 16 plus 1. That is 17, 1. 2, 3, 6 plus 1, 7. So that's what we have. So this time this is giving us 7716 times. Now indices, when the bases are the same, we are multiplying, we add the exponent. Hence it will be what? This will be, that is 10 to the power negative 7. Why negative 7? Negative 5 minus 2, and it's giving us negative 7. So that's what we have. But then the question says that it should be in standard form. And we know a number A is said to be in standard form if it can be written as A times 10 to the power n, where the n is an integer. And then our A is greater than 1 and greater or equal to 1 and less than 10. So this A should be greater or equal to 1, but it should be less than 10, and then the n should be an integer. Now, let's see, we have 7716. This is way greater than 1, and it is also greater than 10. This is greater than 10, but then it should be less than 10. So hence, we have to move the decimal point over. Every whole number, the decimal point is at the end. So the decimal point is here. Let's move 1, 2, 3. So here we have 7.716 times 10 to the power, that is negative. Because we are moving, that is leftward, the power becomes positive. And when you are moving rightward, the power becomes negative. So here, leftward, so the power becomes, that is positive. So times 10 to the power negative 7. So that will be 7.716 times 10. Now, what is 3 minus 7? 3 minus 7, this is just negative 4. And this is very, very trivial. Don't forget to subscribe. I've in the books on the screen. Make sure that you get a copy for yourself. It will give you a very firm foundation in mathematics. Everything has been explained in that book. Try and get a copy. B.E.C.E 2020, question number 4b. Multiply 0.03858 by 0.02, leaving the answer in standard form. So our 4b, we have 0.03858. So we should multiply by, that is 0.02, leaving our answer in standard form. So first, all that we are supposed to do, change all these decimals, all these numbers to whole numbers. So first, we know that when we move rightward, the power becomes negative, and when we move leftward, the power becomes positive. So let's change this to a whole number. So we are here, so we are moving, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 3, 8, 5, 8 times 10 to the power negative 5. Why negative 5? Because we moved rightward. So we have another multiplication. Now let's move 1, 2. So that is 2 times 10 to the power negative 2. Now this is the same as 3.858 times 2 times 10 to the power negative 5 times 10 to the power negative 2. Now what is 3.858 times 2? So let's do that over here. So our 3.858 times 2. Now 2 times 8 is giving us 16. So 6, remember that 1, 2, 5, 10. 1, that will be 11. 2, 6, that is 2, 8, that is 16 plus 1. That is 17, 1. 2, 3, 6 plus 1, 7. So that's what we have. So this time this is giving us 7,716 times. Now, if this is, when the bases are the same, we are multiplying, we add the exponent. Hence, it will be what? This will be, that is 10 to the power negative 7. Why negative 7? Negative 5 minus 2, and it's giving us negative 7. So that's what we have. But then the question says that it should be in standard form. And we know a number A is said to be in standard form if it can be written as A times 10 to the power n, where the n is an integer, and then our A is greater than 1 and greater or equal to 1 and less than 10. So this A should be greater or equal to 1, but it should be less than 10, and then the n should be an integer. Now, let's see, we have 7,716. This is way, way greater than 1, and it is also greater than 10. This is greater than 10, but then it should be less than 10. So hence, we have to move the decimal point over here. Every whole number, the decimal point is at the end. So the decimal point is here. Let's move 1, 2, 3. So here we have 7.716 times 10 to the power, that is negative. Because we are moving, that is leftward, the power becomes positive. And when we are moving rightward, the power becomes negative. So here, leftward, so the power becomes, that is positive. So times 10 to the power negative 7. So that will be 7.716 times 10. Now, what is 3 minus 7? 3 minus 7, this is just negative 4. And this is very, very trivial. Don't forget to subscribe. I've in the books on the screen. Make sure that you get a copy for yourself. It will give you a very firm foundation in mathematics. Everything has been explained in that book. Try and get a copy. B.E.C.E 2020, question number 4c. A cylindrical container of height 28 centimeters and diameter 18 centimeters is filled with water. The water is then poured into another container with a rectangular base of length 27 centimeters and width that is 11 centimeters. We should calculate the depth of water in the container. Now we have a cylindrical container filled with water, and then it is poured into a container with a rectangular base. Hence, the volume of the cylinder will be equal to what? The volume of the container with the rectangular base. Now let's consider this. So let's sketch. So our cylinder, let's sketch a cylinder. Now let's see. So here we are being given the diameter, and then the diameter given to us is 18. So diameter, that is 18 centimeters. Now what is the height? The height given to us is 28. And this is filled with water. This is filled with water. Now, so here clearly, if diameter is 18 centimeters, what do you think will be the radius? Our radius is just diameter over 2. So that is 18 over 2, and this is giving us what? 9 centimeters. Now, this is poured into a container which has a rectangular base. Okay, let's consider a cuboid. Now, we are being told that the water in this is poured into this. Now, what are we given? Is then poured into another container with a rectangular base of length. So the length is, let's suppose that this is the length, which is 27 centimeters, and width 11 centimeters. And this is our depth or our height. This is our depth. Now, because the water in this is poured into this, it means that the volume of the water in the cylinder is equal to what? The volume of water in the container with a rectangular base. Now, the volume of this is calculated as what? Pi r square h. Now, volume of a cylinder is a cross-sectional area times the height, and then the cross-section is a circle, so that's giving us pi r square times the height. And this is equal to, now the volume of this, we know is what? Length times the width, we're giving width, so length times the width times the height. Now what do we have over here? Pi is given in the question as that's 22 over 7. What is the radius? Our radius is 9. What is the height? We had the height was given to us as 28. And this is equal to our length, which is 27, our width, which is 11, and then the depth, we don't know. That is what we are looking for. We were given pi. Pi is 22 over 7. So 22 over 7. Now our radius is 9, but we have r square, so that is 9 square times the height, which is 28. And what is our length? Our length is giving us 27. We're given our width to be 11, and then our depth, we don't know. Now let's see, 7 will go here once, 7 will go into 28, that is 4 times. Now what is 9 square? 9 square is 81. So we have, that is 22, 9 square, 81 times 4, and this is equal to 27 times 11 times our height. Now we want to find h. Now if you multiply, you'll be getting a huge value. Don't multiply, divide so that we can get our height. So here we have 22 times 81 times 4 all over 27 times 11 equal to 27 times 11 times h. All over we have 27 times 11. Now this is cancelling out that, this is cancelling out that. Now let's see, 27 is going into itself 1. 27 will go into 81, that is 3 times. 11 will go into itself 1, 11 will go into 22, that is 2 times. So we have our depth to be equal to 2 times 3 times 4. And 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 4 is 24 centimeters. So hence, the depth of the container is 24 centimeters. B.E.C.E 2020. Now, question number 5a. If 11y equal to 18 squared minus 15 squared, we should find the value of y. So 5a, we have 11y equal to 18 squared minus 15 squared. Now 18 squared is the same as what? 18 times 18. 15 squared is the same as what? 15 times 15. But then there's an easier approach, which is difference of two squares. Now, what does the difference of two squares say? It says that if you have, that is m squared minus n squared, this is equal to, that is m minus n, m plus n. This is the principle of difference of two squares. And it is so easy. So here, this difference of two squares. So this is just, applying this is just 18 minus 15. And then 18 plus 15. Difference of two squares. Now, what is 18 minus 15? This is just 3 times 18 plus 15. This is just 33. 11y over 11 equal to 3 times 33 all over 11. Now this is cancelling out that. 11 will go here 1, 11 will go here. That is 3. So our y, 3 times 3. So we have 3 times 3. And then our y is just 9. Let's see the 5b. We should find the perimeter of a circle with radius 35 centimeters. And then the pi is 22 over 7. Now we have a circle and then we have a radius. So the radius is 35 centimeters. Now we know that the perimeter of a circle is the same as the circumference of a circle. And this is giving us 2 pi r. So that's our perimeter. Hence our p, what is pi? Pi was giving us what? 22 over 7. What is our radius? Our radius is 35. Now let's see, 5 will go here 1, 5 will go into 35, that is 7 will go into 35, that is 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 times 22, and this is giving us 220 centimeters. So that is the perimeter of the circle. Now let's see the 5c, B.E.C.E 2020. Given that m, so our 5c, what is our m is equal to r minus s all over 2nr. Now first we want to make r the subject of the relation. So what are we supposed to do? Cross multiply. We know this is just over 1, so we can cross multiply. So what do we have? It will be 2m and r equal to r minus x. We want to make r the subject. Now let's bring the s here, then let's take this to this side. So in this event, s will be equal to r minus 2m and r. So this negative crossing becoming positive, this positive crossing becoming negative. We want to make r the subject. There's r here, there's r here, so we factorize r out. So 1 minus 2mn, and then we have our s. We want to make r the subject, so we divide by what is multiplying the r, which is 1 minus 2mn. So you have S all over 1 minus 2 mn equal to R 1 minus 2 mn all over 1 minus 2 mn. Now this is cancelling out that, so we have our R to be equal to S all over 1 minus 2 mn. So that is our R. Now the I. Now let's see the I. So we should find the value of R when S is 117, M is 2, and then N is negative 3. So the second one, the I, R, we want to find R. What is S? S is 117 all over 1 minus 2 times M. What is our M? Our M is 2. What is our N? Negative 3. The 117 all over 1. Now let's see, negative times negative, that's positive. So plus 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 3, we have 12. So you have 117 all over 13, and 13 will go into 117, that is 9 times. So the value of R when M is 2, N is negative 3 is giving us 9. This is so easy. If you've not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe. We have a whole lot of videos that can help you pass maths with ease. And then also, you see the books, make sure that you get a copy for yourself. All the books that you are seeing on the screen, we have attached video tutorials to it that would help you prepare very well for your exams. Now let's see this. That's B.E.C.E 2020, question number 6. Let's see the A. Copy and complete the table for the relation. So we have y to be equal to 12x minus 9. So you're going to copy and complete this table. Now when it is 0, we have negative 9. When it's 4, we have 39. So you're supposed to find where we don't know the values of y. So we'll first consider when x is negative 2, what is the corresponding value of y? So when x is negative 2, wherever we see x, we put negative 2 over there. So we have 12 times negative 2 minus 9. 12 times negative 2. This is giving us, that is negative 24. Negative 24 minus 9, this is just negative 33. Now the next one, when x is negative 1, you have our y to be 12. X negative 1 minus 9. Now 12 times negative 1, this is negative 12 minus 9. And negative 12 minus 9, this is just, that is negative 21. Now when x is 0, we know why. When x is 1, what is y? We have y to be equal to 12. X is 1 minus 9, so 12 minus 9, and this is just 3. Now when x is 2, we have y to be 12, wherever we see x2 minus 9. And what do you have here? That is 24 minus 9. And 24 minus 9, this is just 15. Now when x is 3, you have our y to be equal to 12 times 3 minus 9. 12 times 3 is 36 minus 9. And this is just 27. Now, when x is 5, what is y? So y will be 12 times 5 minus 9. And this is 60 minus 9. And this is just 51. Hence, completed table. So we have our x, we have our y. Now, we have negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5. So you have to complete our table. Now 0 is given out as negative 9, 4 is 39, 5 is 51. What's negative 2? That's negative 33. Negative 1, we have negative 21. And then 1 give us 3, 2 give us 15, and 3 give us 27. So this is what we are supposed to plot. Okay, so the first one says we should copy and complete. So that is what we have done. Now let's see the second one. Using a scale of 2 centimeters to 1 unit on the x-axis and 2 centimeters to 2 units on the y, 2 centimeters to 10 units on the y-axis. Draw on the graph sheet 2 perpendicular axes, OX and then OY. So that's what we do. And then the second one says using the table, plot all the points of the relation y equal to 12x minus 9 on the graph. So that is what we are going to do. Now take your graph books. I'm also going to take my graph board so that we look at it. It is so easy. Now this is my graph board. Now let's see. It is saying that 2 centimeters to 1 unit on the x-axis and then 2 centimeters is to 10 units on the y-axis. So first I have to draw my y-axis first. And when I draw my y-axis, it will give me that is where the x-axis will fall. We know that we are starting from negative to negative 1, 0, all the way to 5. So where should the 0 be? Now, if I draw my y-axis over here, on this, you see the vertical lines have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And here, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. So I have 3 more extra ones. Now let's see the y. So here, if I plot, that is if I draw the y, let's suppose that I'm saying that this should be my 0 line. If this is 0, then this will be negative 1, negative 2, and that is all that I'm looking for. So if this is 0, let's see if up to 5 to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, it's go there. So let's suppose that I choose this line here to be my y-axis. So my y-axis. My y-axis. My y-axis. So this would give me, that is the values on the x, on the right hand side for the x, and then on the left hand side for the x. 0, so negative or negative. So this, if this is 0, negative or negative 2, and the other ones will go there. Now on the y-axis, the scale given to us is 2 centimeters, is to 10 units. Now, the least value I have is negative 33, and then the greatest value is 51. So it is 10. Now, let's suppose that I have my x. If it is in the middle, let's suppose it is in the middle. If it's in the middle, I know this is 0. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, it will go there. So if I like, it can be here. I have the highest is 51. So if I choose the middle one, you have to be very careful so that everything is correct. First, we have to draw our axis. And this, the same thing. So this is our x-axis, this is our x-axis, and then this is our y. This is our y-axis. So we have our x-axis and then our y-axis. So now let's calibrate it. So here, this is 0. So 2 centimeters is to 1 unit on the x-axis. So here, this is 1. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's see, this we have negative 1, negative 2. Now let's see, 2 centimeters is to 10 units. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And this will be 6 60. Now let's see this. This is just negative 10, negative 20, negative 30, negative 40, because the least is negative 33. Now, we want to plot this. The first one is negative 2 and then negative 33. So, negative 2, negative 33. So, negative 2. Now, we have to know what each box is. On the y-axis, we have 0 to 10. So, each box becomes 10 over 10, which is 1. Each box is 1. We have 10 smaller boxes in between them. So, we have negative 2, negative 33. So, negative 2, negative 33. So, this is negative 30, negative 31, negative 32, negative 33. So, 3 boxes down. 1, 2, 3. So, that's negative 33, negative 2. So, it is here. We make a mark over there. The next one is negative 1, negative 21. So negative 1, negative 21. So just 1 beneath it. Yes. Now the next one is 0, negative 9. 0, negative 9, which is here. 0, negative 9. Now the next one is 1, 3. 1 and then positive 3. So we have 1, 2, 3. Now the next one is 2, 15. 2, 15, which is somewhere here, 2, 15. Now, the next one is 3, 27, 3, 27. So, 3, 27, that's 2 boxes after the 25, that's 27. Now, 4, 39, 4, 39, so 4, 39, this is here. And then the next one is 5, 51, 5, 51, this is 50, and then we have 51. So this is the line that we have, which we are supposed to draw our straight line through. So after it, we take our rule. And then we draw a straight line through it. So you can see that we have a nice straight line. So we draw a line through it. You have a straight line here. So we draw a line through it. Wow, can you see? We have a straight line. We have a straight line. We draw a line through this straight line. So we draw a line through. And this is the straight line that we have. So easy. What's the name of the graph? The name of the graph is y equal to 12x minus 9. That is the name of the graph. I believe it is something that is so easy. Don't forget to subscribe. We have a whole lot of videos to help you pass your exams with ease. Now let's see what the IV is saying. Use the graph to find y when x is 2.5. So we are going to use the graph. You're not supposed to substitute into the equation, but then we have to use the graph. So find y when x is 2.5. Now this is our x-axis. And then 2.5, we know this is 2, 2.1, 2.2, so 2.5 is over. So we want to find the value of y when x is 2.5. So over there we take our rule. We come to where 2.5 is on the x-axis, 2.5. We make short dashes to touch the line. So short dashes to touch the line. So you have to be careful, it is on the 2.5. Now, where it is touching the line, we want the y, corresponding y value. So over here, you put your rule on it, and then you trace it to y-axis so that we can find the value. So that is the value. Now, so from the graph, the alpha, clearly, so from the graph, when x is 2.5, what is our y? This is 20, and then each box is 1. So that is 21. So from the graph, when x is 2.5, we are getting our y to be 21. Our y is 21. Now, what is the beta also saying? Beta is saying that we should find the value of x when y is 10. When y is 10, so we have to come to where 10 is. So this is 10. This is 10, y equal to 10. So we have to make sure dashes to touch the line and trace it to our x-axis. So y is 10. This is 10. So where it is touching it, you have to trace it down. So here we have it over here. So We have to trace it down, trace it down, trace it down, and this is what we have. So clearly, let's see, this is 1, this is 1.5, and it is in between 1.5 and 1.6. So that is what, 1.55. So from the graph, when y is 10, our x is 1.55. That's what we are getting, 1.55. Now, let's see the b. The b is saying that we should list the integers within the interval x is greater than 7 and less or equal to 14. So x is greater than 7. Hence, x will be equal to, when you are listing, the first one will be what? 8, because greater than 7. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that is x is greater than 7, less or equal to 14. So 14 is part. And these are the integers, whole numbers, integers. X is greater than 7 and less than 14. Now, this is the end of the paper. You see, it is so easy, and we have a whole lot of videos like this, very interesting videos to help you. Now, we have new books in town, and all these new books, we have videos attached to it. Make sure you get a copy for yourself. It is so cheap, so cheap. So call for a copy for yourself. We have B.E.C.E, mathematics, and then SHS as well. We have both elective maths and then core maths as well. All comes with a video package. Very interesting and so easy to understand. Also, make sure that you subscribe. So my number is on the screen. You can see the books that is scrolling on the screen. Yes.